Thank you guys for watching the Animal One Guy YouTube videos. If you like this video, please leave a like and even comment below. And if you like all my content, please hit the subscribe button. And why not click the bell icon for notifications too? That way you can see all my videos. Give me the ball. Woo! Reptile Rescue family members. If you guys don't know what that means, there's people on Patreon, there's people on YouTube who subscribe. If you subscribe, you're part of my family. You help me rescue, rehabilitate, and adopt out reptiles. You also, and amphibians, you know, the whole exotic amphibian reptile, blah, blah, blah market. People always, a frog is not a reptile. Yeah, I get that. But you guys are the people. If you subscribe, if you help me on Patreon, if you leave a like, if you leave comments, you help boost the algorithm. You guys are the ones who are helping me. And today, we're going to look at Simba's enclosure because it is redone. About 90%. Why is it redone? Well, because I wanted to give Simba some more options, some more climbing ledges, things like that. But also, I have to get ready to see if Simba gets compatible with Nala, because then I want them to live together, and that would be great. And if not, Nala, I'll try to find maybe another female that's as docile, that's as smart as Simba. That way I can pass his traits down. Look at this, no fear. Here's my hand. Put my hand on his hand. I'm not going to be bit. He might smell me. What are you doing? That's okay. I'm going to pet him just as my lovable boy. We're going to put the camera up there. Yes. Hello, good boy. Hello, Dinosaur. He's a dinosaur. So what have we done to redo his enclosure? So there's a couple things that we had to do, and we're going to go over them now because we have to think that in the future there may be 2 lizards in here. So we need to make sure there's room for 2 things to do things. So the first thing we've done is we've changed his basking platform. It's wider, okay, and it now is using a cane heat mat. I'll go over how I heat this and how I make sure Simba stays safe and why I truly believe that these heat mats are probably the best way to heat lizards that need a high heat source. So I was using the cane heat mat. He still keeps his radiant heat panel. It's now moved over into the center of the enclosure, and it's on that probe, and it's using a Varium Electrics thermostat. Now, what's important about this is this thermostat you set your time of day, you set your morning time and your night time for temperatures, and then you set 2 temperatures. So this is going to control 1 heater, 1 thermostat, what the temperature is during the day, and then it drops 7 degrees cooler at night, and it still monitors that. The probe is there. I just need to turn the probe so it's not touching the side wall. So it goes in. The heat mat goes up and out, and you know with these cane heat mats, the first 2 feet are wrapped in this metal conduit, so you know you don't have to worry about the lizard getting into it, and it just goes out. Now, he's got a normal platform, which you can see is much wider than his other one was. His other one came to about here. This is for the allowance of 2 lizards on here. Now, Simba is a nice size male, 3.5 feet, and the females are typically smaller, although we have seen females up to 3.5, 4 feet, because we've also seen males up to 5 feet. It's very rare to get them there, especially without obesity, but it can happen. But so easily, we could fit 2 lizards on this. And by the way, he is in love with this heat mat. I mean, he is in love with it. A constant, accurate heat temperature throughout the whole thing. Use my laser temp gun so we can easily get temps on this guy. And I'll explain how these work, which is why it's so nice. But don't worry, they are on a retrostat. It's on medium. But the nice thing with the cane heat mats is naturally they have an internal thermostat that will heat to 37 degrees above ambient temperature in the enclosure. If you want it less, you can get a retrostat, which will allow you to do it. Or you could get a thermostat. They make thermostats for these that they plug into it too, if you want a set temp. I like the retrostat because I don't like it to go all the way up to 37 degrees higher. I like to tone it down. As you saw, that was on the lower end of the medium. But what that does is it allows this to naturally heat up. So during the daytime, as this turns on, and this is heating his enclosure to about, I have it set to 94 degrees Fahrenheit. during the day for him. This will slowly heat up. And so when this reaches peak temperature, this will reach its peak temperature of about 110-ish. And then, but it doesn't just shoot right up to 110. It slowly heats up as his enclosure is heating up. Great. And then also because there may be 2 lizards in here, naturally, because we've made this basking platform bigger, their cave, which is under there, is bigger because it's the length of the whole basking platform. Cool. Their water tub, still over there, but what have we done? We've done a second shelf. That's right. He'll be able to climb up. I mean, Simba can really probably reach and pull himself up, but the females, again, being smaller, they'll be able to climb up this log, natural, real log. Me and my mother, I know my mother helps me build the reptile enclosures. We go to the woods. We bring my Sawzall with a wood blade on it. We cut from the dead wood. I let it cure, let it sit. I bake it if it can fit in the oven. If not, I wash it and I let it dry out. They can climb up. It's buried in the bottom and it's secured at the top. There's a hole that goes through and they can go up there. Now, we get the view from the other side. There's the big boy. And here's the enclosure. Now, people might look and they might say, whoa, there's not a lot of room from here to here. Yeah, it's about 10 inches. But this is big. So actually, when you go up, there's a lot more room. Like, you can't even see my hand. So this is a very deep enclosure. Now, and then there's their water. And there's the ramp to get up. Those are some wood shavings. It's fine. They can be in there. They can still ramp up. This brick here holds this in place. And this easily can slide out the front. These are 2x4s. They're screwed in. And then they've got these right angle brackets. So this, it's not going anywhere. It's just 3/4 plywood. It's real good. And then it's all liquid sealed, liquid rubber. So it's waterproof. I can spray right on here. I can clean. I need to add a light onto this side. There's holes from his old heating, the way that domes were put in. And then this is a screen. This needs to be sealed. I'm going to seal these little holes. There's a couple all over. I'll seal them from the top so we don't have a lot of air leaking. So his only vents will be there and there, just enough to keep air moving. Yeah. Now, we know that because of studies, Savannah monitors, they don't benefit nearly at all from UVB. In fact, people used to keep these things in tubs. Zoos have done studies with Savannah monitors with UVB, and they have found slightly higher levels of absorbed calcium, but they said they didn't lead to any health benefits. I've not seen Savannah monitors with MBD, although I know it can happen, but since they normally eat bugs, if you dust them with a supplement with vitamin D3, that can do it. With that being said, I am going to put in, and he had it before, but all full disclosure, Simba's turning 4 in June, so Simba will be turning 4 in about 3 months, about 2 3/4 months. The first 2 years of his life, he had no UVB, and he was fine. Now, again, his supplements had D3, but no MBD. I had blood work done on him. His blood levels were all fine. But I am going to be putting, these LED lights are just lighting the enclosure. I am going to put an LED with a reflector here in the middle to go over there, just because I don't think it can do any harm. A 12% Arcadia, it's inside, so it will be fine. But we'll get that done tomorrow. We got some light. I got to find this type of light, something small, just so that area is not so dark. But I do want it to be darker. So I may actually just leave it off. Maybe I'll just put one in the front here. Because if they want to get out of the light, but they don't want to go underneath where it's pitch black, they can go over there and it's just darker. Just relax. Okay, guys, I thought I'd share this with you because you guys make this possible. And I couldn't buy all the good things that I buy. I know there's rescues that people are just buying what they can buy. Look at him all pancaked. Isn't he beautiful? You guys let me do this, though, and I choke up a little bit when I say this, but you guys let me buy the supplies, to really buy expensive high-end thermostats, nice high-end heat mats, and I'm not the only one. I know Camp Kennan uses heat mats. Dave Durham uses Kane heat mats. I've seen them for his monitors. Camp Canyon seems to use them only for the nighttime area, but that's also because his animals can come outside, so I guess technically his animals could go on them during the day as well. But I had so much success with my blackthroats, and you can tell because you can see how well they're digesting and how quickly they're digesting their food, and when you look at their stool, it's good. So just thank you, thank you, thank you, and Simba's going to say goodbye. Say goodbye. And again, I want to breed him because look at how calm he is. Right down to his nose. He's not going to bite me. Nothing, because he knows he's good. So it does hurt me, guys, when I watch people say, and I'm not going to call it the reptiles, Savannah monitors are the worst monitor to own. They've never owned a Savannah monitor. They're a crazy monitor. They've never owned a Savannah monitor. You can't get calmer than this. I mean, you just can't. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, Simba. Thank you guys for supporting my reptile rescue family.